G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here with another episode in our Season 1, I'm calling it, of our playthrough of Beneath the Stolen Lands. So this is our all Halfling Rogue party. We have 3 Knife Masters, 2 just standard rogues, and the Eldritch Scoundrel for a bit of magical support. We've done a couple of levels of the Tenebrous Depths dungeon, and we're going to head back down and do some more. So yeah, as I said at the end of the last episode before we left, this sort of weird stuff here, you can see like insectoid type limbs coming out of the walls and mouths, and there's even eyes over here. This is all just part of the general madness of the dungeon. We will probably also see at some point when we come across any of the mutated creatures that you have to pass a will save, or you end up sort of confused and things like that. So and that doesn't just happen on these maddened levels. It happens on anytime you come across these creatures that are all disfigured and monstrous. Okay, those guys were pretty easy. I've got a chest here. Is there any other chests in the room? Yep, there's another one up here. There we go. Now, if you haven't played for a while and you've come back into a level and you're not sure, it always tells you what depth you're on in the map. So this is level 3. But yeah, it's creepy and weird. And one of the things that you'll notice is that a lot of the creatures, if they are mutated, they will actually sort of continue to twitch and move after you kill them, which is rather unsettling when you first see it as well. So I'm just doing a quick circuit of this room to make sure that there aren't any easily discoverable secret doors, and there don't seem to be. I wouldn't really expect any more along this wall because there's one here, but I have seen one instance previously where there was 2 entrances along, or 2 exits along one wall, one that was a hidden one and one that was a normal one. So before we go into this room, I'm going to stealth up. Not that I expect this room to be hugely occupied, but I'm just trying to get back into the habit of doing that. So I'm assuming there's some sort of corruption or something on these goblins, which is why they've got all this green goopy sort of look to them. But they're not identified as anything different. They're not, they're just still a straight goblin. And they don't seem to do any special damage when they hit me. Because that one just did 1 piercing, and no, that one was doing negative energy damage. Okay, so maybe they are a little bit different because of that. Okay, and we've got a sly eye down here shooting at us. And we got rid of him fairly easily as well. Okay, so even I learned something there. Negative energy from these weird green goblins. And another. Oh, no, I've done that one already. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is there was a couple of items here that I thought I probably should look at. We've got this Cloak of Resistance, which I will equip. And we've got this Bracer of Armor class, which we are definitely going to give to our Eldritch Scoundrel, because in fact I'm going to give her the Cloak of Resistance as well, because she has no other method of protection at this point in time. We have a scroll of Cure Moderate Wounds. I'm going to keep that on me. And we have a Wand of Burning Hands. Look, oh, what happened? No, that's got to be... Do we have two of those? I didn't think we did. I guess we do. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm... Burning Hands, you have to get a little too close to use it, and while my main character could use it, I always forget to use things like this, so I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. I am going to drink a couple of potions to get my health back a little bit, and we're good. Okay, we have two main exits from this room. Let's check and see if there's anything over here. There won't be, because I don't think any of those will be. So let's have a look at the map. We're either going this way or this way. See, it looks here like there is actually something else, so it sort of feels like maybe this could be a secret door. But we're not detecting anything there. So it's possible that if you had a higher level character or someone with an even higher perception than my rogues do, because, you know, if we have a look here, we've got 7, 7, 7, 8, 7, and 8. Perception is a wisdom-based skill, so rangers and clerics might have a better perception and might be able to find anything there a little bit easier, but it's also possible that there's nothing there, is the other thing. It's just really hard to tell from the map whether that's real and whether that there is real. I get the feeling that some of the like when it randomly, like there's probably a large number of standard room and corridor extensions that are used, and they are randomly generated and chucked together, and possibly the algorithm that says, okay, well, we're not actually going to use that doorway there or that doorway there, it doesn't necessarily erase the other parts of the stuff from the map as well as it could. But yeah, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I just keep an eye on those things because sometimes they can... It makes sense that they could be places where there would be secret doors. And it has worked for me before. I found them in those locations. So I just keep an eye on it in the map. Generally, I open the map, you know, probably 2 or 3 times per level, just to keep an eye on where I've been, where I'm going, and like I did just in this room, trying to work out whether it's better to go this way or that way. Like, I chose to come this way because there's not really going to be too much more on this side of the map. Like, the map never covers all of the area. It's generally just like a smallish area around here. So I expect there might be one more room over this way, but I'm suspecting that over this area here is where the rest of the rooms are going to be, and that's probably where the exit's going to be. The exit could be over here, but I figured the exit, you'd probably come down here and down this way to it. It's all random though, so I could be incredibly wrong about all of that, and I'm sure the game will prove me wrong. So there's a door here, so as I suspected, there's a door to a room down this way. We have no door over here, and we haven't found any secrets, so let's come back over to this one. Sneak and go through here. And now we have a little corridor. Which way is that going? Sort of down this way. Okay. And I have also had secret doors in corridors before as well, so keep an eye on that. Gee, I'm getting hit a lot here at the moment. I mean, I am out in front, and that's to be expected, but...
All according to plan.
This may be the last... This may be the exit? Oh, no. Well, actually, it could still be the exit. About half of the time, I seem to find that all of the entrance rooms on a level, so this room here... So far, I've never gone into a new level, and that very first room, it's always been empty. I've never had it occupied. But about 50% of the time, the room that is the end of the level, where you can then go down to the next level, is is generally empty as well. And this one wasn't even the end of this level. I thought it might have been. Okay, so we've got another door here, so we're going to another room down there. What did we miss up there? We missed some loot. Well, we will be able to get it before we leave the level if we really want to. And let's come in here. Another one of these little magic pedestals, which if we can make that check, we will get a little buff from. And we failed it. Let's just, yeah. Oh, yeah, terrible, terrible roll there. Okay, so we've got a trap here. Yeah, the chances that we're not going to be able to get through traps in these early levels, it would just be a really, like a super bad roll like that one for us to fail, because we've got an entire group of rogues here. What did they discover? Oh, didn't it? That's the problem. I remembered I played a level just like this the other day, and I thought, when I film this, I'm going to have to tell people that. So what you want to do is you want to rewind about, 15, 20 seconds and see where that first pause came in. And what it did was there was a trap just here, right at the base of the stairs. And because the trap highlights as red and you've got all this red goop on the floor, be super careful on these levels that you don't ignore the traps that you find, like I just did, and almost killed my party. Right? So keep an eye on that. That can be... I'm sitting there going, what did it find? I don't see any treasure. But, if you're not paying too close attention, you might just ignore that bit of red and think, oh, that's just the red on the floor. It's fine. Nothing happened. And you end up walking over it. Okay, this room is the end of the level. But we still have... There was a door over here, remember? So we can still go and see what's down this way. So I'm going to turn sneaking off. There won't be anything else or any other baddies in this room. There might be more traps, but there are not going to be any opponents. So there we go. I'm just keeping an eye out for chests, and I'm just going to do another walk over to this way and see if this wall here is maybe a secret door, secret wall, but it doesn't appear to be. Okay, so we're just going to run back to here, and I'm going to find out what loot I missed. Oh, there was a chest there that you didn't even notice. So just some more heals. I'm not going to... Yeah, actually I am going to worry about that, particularly for Tracy there. That's just a little bit too low hit points for the next battle. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a fight in this next room. Why? Because we have not found anyone on this level yet that has dropped the campfire that allows us to rest and sleep. And I've pretty much found one on every level I've been to. So I expect there to be opponents in this room, and I expect one of them, this is a giant spider imbued with negative energy, I expect one of the opponents in this room to drop a campfire. And we've got another negative energy goblin and a negative energy goblin sly eye. At the rate it's going at the moment, this also looks like a mutated spider a little bit as well. It sort of looks like he's maybe got some eyes and stuff. Yeah, he's got eyes and stuff on him. So it's quite likely he's going to twitch a fair bit once he's dead. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm going to come here and attack this goblin because... Oh, man, we walked into a trap. That's not good.
Was not part of the plan.
Let's summon that animal just over there. Because what I also want to do is try and see if I can get me up. Not that it really matters. No, I got knocked down in the process. But we took out that main spider. That's good. And I just cancelled the casting of the animal companion, but that's fine. We'll take out this guy fairly easily. And as I said, there goes the dropping of the campfire. So that's cool. Let's just loot up all of this. Ooh, a book. I'm not going to read that. I do want to read a few things in this one because this is fairly new and a lot of people may not have seen all of the stuff, but this one just looks a little bit too much to read. I don't want to bog the episodes down too much. So hopefully that was up on the screen long enough for someone to read it all if they wanted to pause and try and work it all out. We haven't looted that chest yet, so let's grab that. Doesn't look like there was other chests, so it's good. And we're not going to bother healing up because the rest will do it all for us. That was Masterwork Earthbreaker. Okay. Let's rest. Very good. And grab the loot from that guy. Was the spider still twitching? No, he's just still dancing with energy though. Maybe on one of the other levels we'll see a monstrous spider somewhere. Ooh. Okay. What did we just fight? Ah, secret door. Secret door, secret door. Okay, this is a bug. Okay, so the door, the mask that they put over it that shows all of the madness stuff doesn't disappear properly from the door. Whether that is meant to do... Well, actually, it might not be a bug. What it might be is it might be representing that all of that stuff that you see that is supposed to be the madness is sort of an illusion that is on the walls. But anyway... Ooh, that looks like an interesting ring. Let's come out of here and have a look at that ring. Guess I could have looked while I was in there, but what does that do? Energy source. If the wearer of this ring has the ability to channel energy, it allows them to do it 2 additional times per day. So that would go to any divine caster, basically. Cleric, Druid, Inquisitor, Paladin. Ranger, no. Because rangers can't, even though they are technically divine casters, they can't channel energy. I'm not sure if paladins can either, actually. Or... No, I think inquisitors and paladins can. Okay. Jump down. Sell up real quick. I might at this early stage when the levels are fairly easy and fairly short. It's a toss up whether to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to level up anyway. So I'm gonna just do the one level here. So I've come out. I'm gonna level up. We're gonna sell up, and then we'll call it an episode. It's a fairly short episode, but otherwise the episodes are gonna run really long if I'm stringing two levels together at this point. We'll see how we go for each. On each episode, but let's have a look. So level 3 rogue. We're not gonna mix and match skills. We're just gonna max up everything we've got as we go along. Now I wanted to start getting some of the teamwork feats, and this is a good time to do it. So we're getting the blade sense here, which gives us an extra AC against blades. We're getting our finesse training, which will be great, which is where we're going to select kukri as our weapon. So that's going to give us the ability to add our dex modifier to damage rather than strength. And our sneak attack is now going up to 2d6 at this level. What I also want to do is precise strike. So what this one does, it's a teamwork feat, and okay. I'm going to do a video just on teamwork feats, but everyone in your party, or at least 2 people in your party, must have a teamwork feat for it to be useful. You have to have yourself and any 2 characters. It doesn't even have to be the main character. So in this case, if I got precise strike and then no one else did, it would be useless to me. And you got to remember, this is taking the place of some other skill or feat that you could be taking. Like I could be taking weapon focus right now. I could be taking piranha strike. I could be taking power attack. I could be taking anything. But Precise Strike gives me an extra 1d6 of precision damage with each successful melee attack when you are flanking the same creature. What does this mean? It means that this just makes my sneak attacks do an extra 1d6. That's what it means. And it also means I get this precision damage in the odd case when I might be flanking but for some reason not able to get a sneak attack off. But I have to be attacking the same opponent as someone else with this feat, which won't be hard because I've got my 3 frontline rogues and I'm going to give them all Precise Strike. So this is my Kukri Knife Master, so I'm going to give him Finesse Training in Kukri, as I said. And we get our Blade Sense, and we're all good. We're going to do our next rogue. We're doing the same with her, leveling up. And we're going to go down to Precise Strike. And if we go back to this, you'll notice that it actually shows you that someone else has the Precise Strike. In this case, it shows me that Rogue Toby has the Precise Strike feat as well. So it's letting you know that, yep, someone else has got it. That's good because you'll be able to use it. And then this was our dagger using Knife Master. And then this was our punch dagger using Knife Master. So we're going to go down to Precise Strike. And then we're going to do punching dagger. And that's all of those guys. So these are our ranged rogues. Now I'm still not going to take weapon focus with these guys because I'm just being careful to make sure that we get I don't want to limit myself to a particular weapon in case I find a really good, like if I say this guy's going to be using light crossbow and then we find a really good short bow, for example, I want to be able to swap them out amongst the team members. So at the moment they're all using heavy crossbows because they do extra damage, but I'm going to take rapid shot there. Now, it doesn't matter what I take here because I can't take bow, of course. So what I'm just going to do is take dagger for this guy, but one's going to be dagger, one's going to be short sword, and probably the other one's going to be maybe not rapier, but maybe punching dagger or something like that. Weapons that I can actually use, actually probably light mace, because I can use that finessed as that's a simple weapon that I don't have to take martial training to use, and then I can give those guys those as backup weapons if I really want to. I probably won't, but if I take that, it sort of doesn't waste the skill as much. How did that work? Oh, yes, because of her intelligence, she gets different odd numbers of... Yep, that's fine. Precise shot for you, and then light mace. I'm not 100% sure you can use light mace, so let's go short sword instead. And these are still first level spells. Let's go grease and... Snowball was a good damage dealer. Probably won't take it though. Complete. While I'm there, let's make sure you've got spells. Very good. And then finally the level for our last rogue. And we're going to go rapid shot. And then you can take light mace. Very good. And then we're going to sell up. And in particular, he's already got his kukris. That's good. I was going to make sure he had kukris, but I don't need to now because he's got them. And nearly 6,000 gold. That's doing pretty well. Yeah, I don't think that I'm really going to... Masterwork, 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 masterwork. Brilliant. And then I've got masterwork and the kukri +1. So let's just have a quick look. Look, there's not a lot of other stuff here that I really want to get at the moment. It will be nice to get, say, some belts of dexterity, but I've only got 6,000 gold here, so it means I'm going to get one. Trap Springer gloves would be nice as well, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to find them. I haven't found too many belts down in there, but I've found things like Trap Springer's gloves a lot. And it's not worthwhile buying much in the way of armor for these guys because my Eldritch Scoundrel can't use it. Everybody else, while they can use chain shirts, they're going to very quickly outgrow them because their dexterity is going to get higher. So I tend to keep them in studded leather, and it's not worth buying the +1 studded leather just yet. They're all using studded leather at the moment anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that. So it's really back to weapons. If there was a really good... I'm just checking for decent missile weapons for these guys, basically short bows or crossbows. I know there was a really good kukri here, so there's a heavy crossbow +1, but frankly, if it's only +1, it's not a big deal because they've already got masterwork. The only difference is that the masterwork's going to do 1 point less of damage, so I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. No, there's only a kukri +1 here. There isn't anything better than that. And then back past here, is there anything in the short bow or anything like that? No. So we're just going to wait and see what we find down in the depths. But what we are going to do is we're going to quickly, before I finish the episode... Oh, it's right. Yeah, it took a while there for me to do everything outside of the dungeon, didn't it? Took nearly 10 minutes. Doesn't feel like it. Okay, we're going to really just quickly come up here and buy the first of the magic bags that we can get, the cheapest one for 2,500 or whatever it is. Small bag of holding for 2,500, and that's just going to increase our carrying capacity. And we're going to leave it at that. So thank you for joining me for this episode of Season 1 of the Pathfinder Kingmaker Beneath the Stolen Lands DLC with our party of Halfling Rogues. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a like and share it with your friends. Be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date with all the latest episodes, and I'll see you for the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.